Hi, cooking cronies. I made an appetizer for the weekend. We like to have happy hour around here, so I made an appetizer, and I found this recipe on All Recipe, I believe is the website that I found, and I altered it just a bit, and I'll tell you what I did when I'm letting you know how I made it. So you can see my ingredients. I have one 8-ounce package of cream cheese, and I did soften it. 1 cup of, I used pepper jack cheese. The recipe itself called for Monterey Jack cheese, but we like spice around here, so I substituted the pepper jack cheese. 1 4-ounce can of diced jalapeno peppers. Those were a little hard for me to find at our grocery store here, but I did find them. 2 cloves of garlic, and I used my press to make sure that it was nice and fine. 3 green onions, diced, so that was kind of difficult. They were rolling all over my cutting board, but got to that and made them small, but not too small. And 1 16-ounce package, it was actually 15-ounce package of Wonton Wraps. And those were a little difficult to find as well. I looked in the freezer section all over, couldn't find it, and finally went to the refrigerator section of the grocery store, and lo and behold, there they were. I pulled out my Fried Daddy for this recipe because we are deep frying these wraps, these puffs, I guess. So in a medium to small bowl, not too small, I mixed the cream cheese, the pepper jack cheese, the jalapeno pepper, the pressed garlic, and the diced green onions. I mixed it really well, and then I refrigerated it for a little bit. Okay, I've got my oil heating up to 350 degrees. I've used my Fried Daddy. I've had it for years, and I still love it. So you can see I've got my Fried Daddy here, and I've got my thermometer in there, so when it reaches 350, I will put my jalapeno poppers in. So I have, okay, so what I am doing is I have put 1 teaspoon of the jalapeno cream cheese filling that I made, and 1 teaspoon into Wonton Wraps. I'm going to moisten each wrap with my finger here on each edge. All right, I found that using a pastry brush around the edges really helps seal it better and get a wider flow of liquid there that helps it seal better. So use a pastry brush, that seemed to work to help it seal. And then in a triangle, I'm going to press the edges down, and using a fork, which I am moistening as well, I'm going to press the edges sealed. And I'm going to do it to both sides just to ensure that the cream cheese stays in the wrap. So I have 4 done here, and I'm going to, as soon as my oil gets to the appropriate temperature of 350, I will fry these for just a couple of minutes on each side, and keep them warm till it's time to eat them. So I filled each wrapper with the cream cheese, 1 teaspoon of the cream cheese mixture, and I'll tell you, I put a little more in some, and that wasn't a good idea. So the recipe calls for 1 teaspoon, and guarantee there's a reason for that. It says the recipe called for putting the oil in a large skillet, but instead of doing that, I used my old Fried Daddy, which worked just perfectly. And so I got the oil up to 350 degrees, and I put 4 wontons at a time into the oil and just fried them for maybe 2 to 3 minutes and removed them and placed them on a paper towel and to drain. And because I made them a couple hours ahead of our happy hour because I wasn't sure how long this was going to take me, the recipe said it takes 20 minutes, but it took me a lot longer, and I think because it was my first time making this recipe. But I did put them in a 250-degree oven to keep warm, and we will be ready to enjoy these. I did have a little bit of the cream cheese mixture left, and I had some small fajita tortillas, so I spread the rest of that mixture on the tortilla and rolled it, and oh my golly, it was delicious. So I'm sure these jalapeno cheese poppers or cheese puffs are going to be delicious as well. I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and I sure enjoy trying new recipes and sending them your way. So you have a wonderful week. God bless.